Living in the shadow of a cinematic giant, Patrick Wayne navigated his own path in the film industry. Starting his career at the tender age of 9, he quickly demonstrated a talent that set him apart from his father's legendary status. His early experiences on set shaped his understanding of the craft, allowing him to develop a unique style that resonated with audiences. As he matured, Patrick took on a variety of roles that showcased his versatility, proving that he was more than just John Wayne's son. He embraced challenges and sought opportunities that reflected his personal interests, often stepping outside the typical roles expected of him. This determination to forge his own identity in Hollywood was evident in his choices, as he balanced the weight of his family legacy with his aspirations. His journey was marked by both triumphs and struggles, revealing a man who was deeply committed to his art and the stories he wanted to tell. The complexities of his life and career paint a vivid picture of a performer dedicated to his craft. Born Patrick John Morrison on July 15, 1939, in Los Angeles, California, Patrick Wayne was the eldest son of the legendary actor John Wayne and his wife Josephine Alicia Sians. Growing up in such a prominent family meant that Patrick was surrounded by the glitz and glamour of Hollywood from an early age. He attended movie premieres and had the chance to meet many famous actors and filmmakers, which was both exciting and overwhelming. However, being the son of a Hollywood icon came with its own set of challenges. Patrick often felt the pressure to live up to the expectations that came with the Wayne name. His father was adored by fans for his strong and heroic roles, which made it difficult for Patrick to carve out his own identity in the industry. Despite this, he was instilled with values of discipline, hard work, and respect, which were important lessons from his upbringing. These traits would guide him as he navigated his own career in acting, striving to find a balance between honoring his father's legacy and pursuing his own dreams. Though surrounded by the allure of fame, Patrick Wayne was determined to build a foundation grounded in knowledge and self-discovery. He chose to pursue his education seriously, attending Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles, where he earned a bachelor's degree. His academic path was more than a formality, it was a declaration of independence. By focusing on his studies while others his age might have rushed into full-time Hollywood careers, Patrick demonstrated a maturity and depth that set him apart. The years he spent in university allowed him to reflect on his aspirations and develop a sense of self that wasn't entirely defined by his lineage. It was during this formative period that he honed his voice, both intellectually and artistically, laying the groundwork for a career that would be marked by thoughtful choices and a strong sense of self. This commitment to education not only shaped his identity, but also influenced his approach to acting, allowing him to bring a unique perspective to his roles and the industry as a whole. Patrick Wayne's entry into the film industry began almost inevitably, given his upbringing, but his journey was one of steady effort rather than instant stardom. At just 11 years old, he made his debut under the direction of John Ford, one of Hollywood's most acclaimed filmmakers and a close collaborator of his father. These early roles introduced Patrick to the rigors and demands of acting, providing hands-on experience that would shape his understanding of the craft. As he matured, he transitioned from small, supporting roles into more complex characters, eventually amassing over 40 film credits. He became a familiar face in the genres that defined his father's legacy, including westerns and war films, with standout appearances in Rio Grande, The Searchers, Big Jake, and The Longest Day. Yet, Patrick also ventured into fantasy and adventure films, including Sinbad and The Eye of the Tiger, showcasing his versatility. Far from being a simple reflection of his father, Patrick Wayne steadily built a resume that demonstrated range, professionalism, and a willingness to explore new cinematic territory. Throughout his career, Patrick Wayne showcased his talent not only in films but also on television, where he made significant contributions that broadened his audience. His appearances in popular television series helped highlight his versatility as an actor. He starred in well-loved shows such as Bonanza, where he embraced the family western genre, and The Untouchables, which allowed him to delve into gritty crime drama. His role in Murder, She Wrote showcased his ability to engage in suspenseful mysteries, while his guest appearance on Charlie's Angels demonstrated his adaptability to different storytelling formats. These roles provided Patrick with opportunities to step away from the Western hero image often associated with his father, allowing him to portray characters with diverse emotional depths and backgrounds. His steady presence on television over the years reflected his enduring appeal and ability to stay relevant in an ever-changing entertainment landscape. Patrick Wayne's contributions to television enriched his career and left a lasting impact on audiences. Being the son of the legendary John Wayne brought with it both recognition and the challenge of constant comparison. While many might have crumbled under the pressure of living in the shadow of such a towering figure, Patrick Wayne met it head-on with poise and determination. His breakout performance in The Young Land earned him a Golden Globe for New Star of the Year, a significant milestone that proved he was more than just a familiar last name. Throughout his career, Patrick consciously selected roles that allowed him to express his own style and emotional range, avoiding typecasting whenever possible. Whether playing a romantic lead, an action hero, or a dramatic supporting character, he brought a unique presence to the screen. Audiences and critics alike came to recognize his quiet charisma and subtle strength, allowing him to gradually shift public perception and be acknowledged as a distinct and talented actor in his own right. This journey of self-discovery and professional growth showcased his commitment to carving out his own identity in the film industry. While Patrick Wayne is best known for his acting career, his contributions to society extended well beyond Hollywood. Deeply affected by the passing of his father from cancer, Patrick took on a leadership role in medical advocacy, becoming the chairman of the John Wayne Cancer Institute. In this capacity, he dedicated himself to the fight against cancer, supporting research, patient care, and public awareness initiatives. His philanthropic efforts were not for show. They were deeply personal and driven by a genuine desire to honor his father's legacy through meaningful impact. Under his guidance, the Institute grew into a leading force in cancer research, gaining national recognition for its advancements. Patrick's tireless commitment to health causes, community engagement, and compassionate leadership proved that his legacy would not be confined to film alone, but would also be felt in the lives of countless patients and families helped by the organization he championed. Patrick Wayne's early years in film were steeped in legacy and learning, often working under the guidance of master directors like John Ford, and alongside his legendary father. These foundational experiences allowed him to absorb cinematic wisdom firsthand and cultivate a deep understanding of storytelling and screen presence. Films such as The Searchers and Rio Grande not only solidified his standing as a capable actor, but also introduced him to audiences around the world. However, rather than remain tethered to his father's orbit, Patrick deliberately expanded his portfolio, taking on roles in independent productions and exploring new genres through television. His choices reflected a clear desire to stand on his own feet, and he gradually built a body of work that was diverse, authentic, and wholly his. Patrick's evolution from the son of a Western icon to a multifaceted actor in his own right was a testament to both his ambition and his ability to adapt in a changing industry. In 1961, Patrick Wayne made a remarkable choice to serve his country by joining the U.S. Coast Guard. While his acting career was on the rise, this decision highlighted his strong sense of duty and his wish to lead a balanced and disciplined life. Unlike many of his peers in Hollywood, who were fully absorbed in the entertainment industry, Patrick successfully managed to juggle military service alongside an active film career. During this time, he starred in notable films such as The Alamo, Donovan's Reef, and The Green Berets. These films often explored themes of heroism, patriotism, and sacrifice, resonating deeply with audiences. Many of these projects were collaborations with his father, John Wayne, which not only enriched Patrick's professional journey, but also strengthened their personal relationship. This period in Patrick's life showcased his versatility as an actor, and emphasized his dedication to honor, service, and family traditions, setting him apart in an industry often focused solely on fame and fortune. The 1970s marked the zenith of Patrick Wayne's cinematic journey. It was a decade where he truly came into his own as a leading man, starring in a variety of adventure, fantasy, and science fiction films that capitalized on his rugged charm and on-screen presence. Movies like Sinbad and The Eye of the Tiger brought him widespread recognition and allowed him to step out from under the Western genre his father dominated. This period saw Patrick expanding his range, embracing imaginative storylines and dynamic characters that resonated with the era's growing appetite for spectacle and innovation in film. As the entertainment industry began shifting toward television in the late 1970s and 1980s, Patrick seamlessly transitioned to the small screen. He adapted with grace, taking on roles that kept him visible and relevant while exploring new avenues in serialized storytelling. This adaptability proved crucial in sustaining his career through changing audience tastes and technological shifts in media. Patrick Wayne's life and choices often reflected a deep-rooted commitment to family, sometimes at the expense of high-profile career opportunities. One of the most telling examples of this was his decision to turn down the coveted role of Superman during a pivotal time in his career. While the role could have catapulted him into global stardom, Patrick chose instead to remain close to home due to his father's declining health. This act of selflessness and loyalty revealed much about his character, reinforcing that for Patrick, family always came before fame. He understood the demands of a Hollywood career, but never let it overshadow his personal responsibilities. His decision stood in contrast to the often ambition-driven culture of the entertainment world, and earned him respect not just as an actor, but as a man guided by integrity and compassion. It was a defining moment that showed that true strength sometimes lies in walking away from the spotlight. Away from film sets and red carpets, Patrick Wayne cultivated a life defined by simplicity, warmth, and strong moral values. While his name was recognizable and his achievements notable, Patrick never sought constant media attention or the trappings of celebrity. Instead, he cherished the quiet moments, such as skiing in the mountains, walking along the beach, and spending time with his children and close friends. He prioritized meaningful relationships over fleeting fame and maintained a grounded outlook even when surrounded by the excesses of Hollywood. His ability to lead a fulfilling, low-profile personal life while maintaining a successful career spoke volumes about his character. He embraced fatherhood and friendship with the same dedication he brought to his work, reinforcing the importance of balance, humility, and staying true to one's principles. Patrick Wayne lived not just as an actor, but as a model of dignity, loyalty, and the quiet strength that defines a life well lived. Throughout his life, Patrick Wayne demonstrated a profound commitment to his family. He married twice and became a father to 3 children, which shaped his personal identity. Despite the constant curiosity from the public and the often intrusive nature of the entertainment industry, Patrick made a conscious choice to keep his private life away from the media's gaze. He believed in nurturing strong familial bonds and placed the well-being of his loved ones above all else. In an industry where personal lives are often laid bare for public consumption, Patrick emerged as a figure of quiet integrity. He prioritized meaningful connections over the allure of publicity, finding immense pride and fulfillment in his role as a father. His children were not merely part of his life, they were central to it. He worked diligently to provide them with stability and love, ensuring they were shielded from the chaos that often accompanies Hollywood fame. This focus on intimacy and authenticity, rather than on image and fame, defined his approach to relationships and made his life outside of acting all the more admirable. Acting was far more than a job for Patrick Wayne. It was a deeply held passion and a form of artistic expression. From his earliest roles as a child actor, he approached each character with a strong sense of purpose and craft. Whether portraying a courageous hero, a conflicted soldier, or even the occasional villain, Patrick immersed himself in the emotional reality of each role. His performances were marked by authenticity, subtlety, and a genuine respect for the art of storytelling. He understood that acting was not just about delivering lines. It was about embodying a character's truth and making audiences feel connected to the story. Patrick brought depth to his roles by drawing from his own life experiences, blending personal insight with professional skill. His love for performance never waned, fueling a career that remained steady, sincere, and impactful for decades. Each role he took on reflected his commitment to the craft, showcasing his ability to resonate with viewers and leave a lasting impression through his work. While Patrick Wayne earned recognition primarily as an actor, his talents extended beyond the front of the camera. Over time, he ventured into production and direction, embracing the opportunity to contribute to filmmaking from a broader creative perspective. One of his most notable efforts in this area was the film Lone Wolf McQuade, starring Chuck Norris, in which Patrick played a key role behind the scenes. His work on the film demonstrated his keen understanding of cinematic pacing, action dynamics, and audience engagement. Patrick's experiences as an actor gave him unique insights into how to build compelling scenes and guide performances, making him an asset in the director's chair. His ventures into production and direction underscored his versatility and willingness to grow as an artist. Rather than staying confined to a single identity, Patrick embraced the evolving nature of storytelling and took pride in shaping the final product from multiple vantage points. Admiration for the golden age of Hollywood drove Patrick Wayne to take action beyond mere nostalgia. He saw it as a mission to preserve and celebrate a cinematic tradition that shaped his life and the cultural identity of America. His active participation in events, panels, and historical retrospectives highlighted the work of classic filmmakers and actors. Through these initiatives, Patrick encouraged new generations to appreciate the depth, artistry, and timeless quality of traditional cinema. He recognized the importance of safeguarding the stories, techniques, and legacies that define the early days of Hollywood. Using his platform, he promoted film preservation and education, ensuring that the rich history of cinema was not lost. Whether speaking at film festivals or collaborating with organizations dedicated to cinematic history, Patrick became a bridge between past and present. He served as a custodian of film heritage, ensuring that the contributions of his father's generation and his own would not fade into obscurity. His dedication helped keep the spirit of classic Hollywood alive for audiences of all ages. Though Patrick Wayne lived much of his life in the public eye and carried a name associated with strength and stoicism, his personal journey included profound inner battles. Despite the success he achieved, Patrick faced struggles with alcoholism and depression, challenges that many might not associate with someone of his stature. These issues often remained hidden behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, where the pressure to maintain a perfect image can be overwhelming. In time, he made the courageous decision to speak openly about his experiences, breaking the silence that often surrounds mental health in the entertainment industry. By acknowledging his vulnerabilities, Patrick not only took significant steps toward healing, but also created a bridge of empathy with others who faced similar hardships. His openness humanized him in a powerful way, transforming his story from one of inherited fame to one of hard-earned growth. Through interviews and public engagements, he became a quiet advocate for emotional wellness, reminding audiences that true strength includes the ability to be honest, seek help, and evolve. Having served in the U.S. Coast Guard, Patrick Wayne's respect for military service runs deep. Growing up with a father who embodied American valor on screen, he developed a strong appreciation for the sacrifices made by servicemen and women. This respect translated into a lifelong commitment to veterans' causes. His advocacy is not just a public relations effort, it is a personal mission that reflects his values and beliefs. Patrick has been actively involved with various charitable organizations that support wounded warriors, military families, and healthcare initiatives for veterans. By dedicating his time, resources, and influence, he has worked to bring attention to the often overlooked contributions of those who serve in the military. His efforts serve as a tribute to his father's legacy, while also highlighting his own moral compass. For Patrick, supporting veterans is a heartfelt calling, rooted in gratitude and respect for their sacrifices. His work continues to inspire others to recognize and honor the dedication of those in uniform. Living in the shadow of a cultural titan like John Wayne came with both blessings and burdens. For Patrick Wayne, public perception often oscillated between admiration and skepticism, with some dismissing his success as a product of nepotism rather than talent. This weighed heavily on Patrick throughout his career, as he constantly worked to prove that his achievements were earned, not inherited. The emotional toll of constant comparisons and public expectations left him grappling with self-doubt and internal conflict. Yet, rather than retreat, Patrick faced these challenges head-on, choosing to focus on his own growth and individuality. He deliberately took on roles that diverged from his father's image, spoke candidly about the pressures of his surname, and consistently emphasized his desire to be seen as more than just John Wayne's son. His perseverance in defining himself on his own terms stands as a testament to his resilience and integrity in an industry that often values lineage over merit. One of Patrick Wayne's most admirable qualities was his willingness to evolve with the times and diversify his contributions to entertainment. As the industry shifted and audience preferences changed, Patrick didn't resist, he adapted. Beyond traditional acting roles, he explored new formats, such as hosting the popular game show Tic-Tac-Toe, where he brought charisma and warmth to a completely different genre of television. This role allowed him to connect with audiences in a fresh way, showcasing his ability to engage viewers beyond scripted performances. He also took on unique roles in projects like The Legend of Jesse James, demonstrating his range and openness to experimentation. These choices showcased his flexibility and eagerness to remain connected with viewers, even if it meant stepping outside his comfort zone. Patrick's career reflected not just consistency, but evolution, a readiness to explore new paths, embrace fresh challenges, and engage audiences in diverse ways. His adaptability helped him remain relevant and respected figure long after the golden age of cinema had passed. Patrick Wayne's relationship with his father, John Wayne, was both formative and emotionally intricate. As the son of one of the most towering figures in film history, Patrick experienced moments of deep support, but also faced periods of distance and emotional complexity. Their bond was influenced not only by their shared profession, but also by generational differences and the immense expectations placed upon both of them. While John Wayne served as a mentor and collaborator, his larger-than-life persona also cast a long shadow that Patrick spent much of his life navigating. These dynamics deeply influenced Patrick's own approach to fatherhood and personal relationships. Rather than replicate the more reserved traits of his upbringing, he chose to cultivate openness, warmth, and emotional availability in his family life. The lessons, both spoken and unspoken, he gleaned from his father helped shape his identity as a man committed to balance between legacy and independence, tradition and progress, duty and compassion. While Patrick Wayne maintained a calm and composed public image, beneath the surface was a man deeply shaped by emotional pressure, personal trials, and the burdens of fame. Instead of burying these aspects of himself, he gradually opened up about his internal struggles, including his battles with depression and substance abuse. In doing so, Patrick created a rare and powerful connection with the public, one built not on flawless success, but on shared human vulnerability. His willingness to be transparent about his challenges helped others feel seen and understood, especially those grappling with similar issues. Combined with his philanthropic work and steady demeanor, Patrick emerged as a figure of quiet resilience. His legacy was not only built on his roles on screen, but also on the emotional honesty he brought to the world off-screen. In an industry that often prizes image over truth, Patrick's openness made him stand out as genuinely relatable and deeply human. Beyond the spotlight and studio lots, Patrick Wayne held a deep affection for nature and the outdoors. He found peace in the natural world through activities like skiing, hiking, and spending time by the coast. This passion for nature extended into action through his environmental advocacy. He supported various conservation initiatives, working to raise awareness about the importance of protecting natural resources for future generations. His environmental efforts were driven by a sense of stewardship, rooted in the belief that preserving the planet was not just a responsibility, but a moral duty. Patrick viewed nature as a place of healing and balance, offering a refuge from the pressures of Hollywood and a source of joy in his personal life. His quiet dedication to environmental causes added another dimension to his character, revealing his thoughtful, forward-thinking spirit and his concern for the world beyond himself. Through his actions, he inspired others to appreciate and protect the environment, emphasizing the need for collective responsibility in caring for the earth. Throughout his career, Patrick Wayne made significant contributions to film and television that are hard to categorize. He started his journey in westerns, often sharing the screen with his father, the legendary John Wayne. This early experience laid the foundation for his acting skills. As time went on, he expanded his repertoire to include war dramas, fantasy adventures, romantic comedies, and various television serials. His ability to adapt to different genres showcased not only his versatility, but also his genuine dedication to storytelling. Unlike many actors who chase fame through fleeting trends, Patrick focused on projects that resonated with his values and interests. This approach resulted in a career marked by integrity and consistency. His performances were not about grand spectacles. They were rooted in sincerity and emotional realism. This allowed viewers to connect with his characters on a deeper level. Patrick Wayne's legacy is one of quiet excellence. He may not have dominated the headlines, but his body of work speaks volumes. Each role he took on reaffirmed his commitment to honoring the craft of cinema, proving that lasting influence comes from authenticity, passion, and unwavering dedication. While many recognize Patrick Wayne for his performances on screen, his true impact extended far beyond the camera. He dedicated much of his time to championing causes that resonated deeply with him. One of his passions was preserving the legacy of Hollywood's golden age, ensuring that the stories and achievements of that era were not forgotten. He believed in the importance of educational film initiatives, understanding that film could be a powerful tool for learning and growth. His commitment to charitable organizations showcased his belief in giving back to the community, as he often used his fame to support various causes. Patrick viewed his celebrity status not as a personal accolade, but as a responsibility. He felt it was essential to use his public platform to promote messages of service, remembrance, and compassion. Although much of his behind-the-scenes work went unnoticed by the mainstream, it left a significant impact on those he encountered. He played a vital role in advocating for the sustainability of the film industry, emphasizing its historical value and future potential. This dedication to making a meaningful difference distinguished him in an industry often focused on visibility. For Patrick, the true measure of success lay in the lives he influenced and the values he upheld, ensuring that his contributions would endure even without the spotlight. Through his life and career, Patrick Wayne demonstrated that true inspiration comes from the values one upholds. His legacy is not solely defined by the films he starred in or the television shows he hosted, but rather by the principles he embodied throughout his journey. Courage, humility, and quiet perseverance were at the core of his character, making him a role model for many who face the challenges of both privilege and pressure. He taught others that while fame may be temporary, the strength of one's character is lasting. In moments of personal struggle, he exhibited remarkable resilience, showing that it is possible to rise above difficulties. By choosing to decline major roles to prioritize his family, he exemplified loyalty and commitment to loved ones. His advocacy for charitable and cultural causes revealed a heart dedicated to making a positive impact. Patrick Wayne's life serves as a guide on how to navigate inherited influence with grace, transforming both pain and privilege into meaningful contributions to society. He was not motivated by the allure of headlines or the pursuit of stardom. Instead, he sought to live with integrity, make a difference, and remain true to himself. His journey reminds us that the most significant legacy is crafted not from fame, but from the values we choose to uphold in our lives. Though born into a legacy that could have easily consumed or defined him, Patrick Wayne chose instead to forge a path that reflected his own beliefs, passions, and sense of purpose. He did not reject the shadow of his father, the legendary John Wayne. Rather, he honored it while ensuring that his own light was never dimmed by it. Patrick's journey in the film industry began with a deep respect for the craft, and he worked diligently to carve out his own identity. Through decades of hard work, a willingness to evolve, and a steadfast commitment to authenticity, he emerged as a singular voice in the world of cinema. His career was marked by a variety of roles that showcased his versatility, allowing him to explore different genres and characters. His journey included its share of setbacks, both personal and professional, but each challenge became an opportunity for growth. Rather than chase fleeting fame, he built a career rooted in longevity and meaning. By staying true to himself and embracing both the spotlight and the silence with equal dignity, Patrick Wayne illuminated a path that was unmistakably his own. In doing so, he became a guiding light for others, striving to balance legacy with individuality. Despite the challenges he faced, Patrick Wayne's journey in the film industry is a testament to his resilience and passion for storytelling. He carved out a niche for himself, demonstrating that he was not merely defined by his father's fame. His dedication to his craft allowed him to explore diverse roles, showcasing his ability to connect with audiences on a personal level. The struggles he encountered, including the pressure of living up to a legendary name, only fueled his determination to succeed on his own terms. As he navigated the ups and downs of Hollywood, Patrick remained committed to his artistic vision, often taking risks that others might shy away from. His life story is not just about the films he made, but also about the legacy he created through his unique contributions to cinema. The tragic aspects of his ending serve as a poignant reminder of the complexities of life in the spotlight, leaving a lasting impact on those who followed his